Alright, today I'm going to be showing off a pretty short and sweet little mod here. This is just a mod that adds weapon proficiencies from Borderlands 1 into Borderlands 2. It is exactly what it sounds like. It does exactly that. It has the option to switch between level 50 or level 80 to sort of match what level the character is, basically. But I'm going to go ahead and just leave it on level 50 here because that's what it is in normal Borderlands 1. And we can see just gives the exact same buffs that you would get from having it in BL1. So if you look at my launcher, I have that leveled up, 48% damage, 102% reload speed, 153% accuracy, and then kind of similar things, a little bit different for the other weapons. And apparently, sniper rifles, for some reason, have 5 stats instead of 3. This is an unspoken thing in Borderlands 1 as well. For some reason, they just don't state it on them. The proficiency only shows like 3 of these stats. It's weird, but apparently it also does buff some other stuff as well. And it's kind of just this. You just get XP from doing mobbing. I have tried to use it for missions and stuff. It doesn't really accept mission XP. And yeah, let's just test it out a little bit. First and foremost, that reload speed. Foresight. I have 25% reload. That's the only buff I have outside of the launcher reload proficiency here. And I mean, like, yeah, that's really fast. Like, you can just kind of, yeah, it's fast. It's just really, really fast. Not much else to really add to that. But yeah, you just earn XP through just doing normal stuff. So you just get rid of a dude. And if it's enough dude, which we're gonna need a little bit more XP. Okay, there we go. So, as you can see on the bottom left, anytime that you level up a proficiency, it shows just a neat little thing in the bottom. It's kind of just cool. It's a nice little mod. It is from the same mod developer who made the Borderlands Classic mod, and they are actually implementing it into that mod as well. And as far as I'm aware, it should only work dependent on what character you're playing. So if I go ahead and load a different character, these should theoretically not be bonused up. Here, let's make a brand new Axton. Okay. So it looks like it's totally still giving the bonus to other characters. Now, I did have to update my Python. I did have an out-of-date version of Python when I initially started tinkering with this, and we did notice that the proficiency did go from character to character. So I could have just caused a problem there, but there is a function with the new Python that the mod dev was trying to mess with. Basically, every individual character should have their own individual proficiency. If this is a bug, they'll probably get it fixed, because this is a new system, so they'll just probably have to talk back and forth for a little bit to get this to work a little bit better. But it's a pretty cool concept. Obviously, probably a little bit too OP for Borderlands, well, Borderlands 2, because, you know, you don't really need 48% more damage. You don't need however much else of everything else you get. Like, hold on, let me go farm out Sniper Rifle a little bit. Okay, we're gonna farm it out in a very legitimate, very reasonable way that my computer will definitely agree with. So let me just make sure I got all my equipment on here. Yes, I do. Okay, so on Sal, when you gunzerk, you get half XP for each gun equipped. This is kind of just to avoid over-leveling items really fast. But I have to imagine this probably will still level them up pretty quick. Hold on. Hold on, I got this. Wait a minute. Okay, I don't have this, but we can check that proficiency when we load back in. Okay, so yep, sniper is now level 50. Who would have guessed that would have done that? 48% more damage, 102% more reload, 102% more fire rate, accuracy, and stability. That... hold on. Yep, that shoots really, really fast. What if I just also pair it with some extra fire rates? Yeah, so, you know, this is a thing. This is kind of ridiculous. There still seems to be that little bit of bug with the crossover from one save to another. I don't know if I caused that to be fair, but it's kind of pretty neat. I don't think I would run this mod by itself, but when I play Classic again, because I will probably play Borderlands Classic again, I'd be very interested in doing a Sniper Zero, because snipers just seem to get the most buffs, and this is also apparently a secret thing in Borderlands 1 as well. This is not the mod dev favoring them or anything like that. This just happens to be a truth. And also, hold on. 204% stability. I mean, I guess I don't know how stable this normally is, and you can't really turn it off without just disabling the mod, so hold on. Okay, so turning off the mod, they're still here. What if I save, quit, and reload? Can I blank slate myself on accident? Alright, so now they're one. Turn the mod on. Okay, they're back up to 50s. Okay, so cool. You can't brick yourself or like ruin your own proficiencies on accident. That would kind of be a nice way to reset them though. If there was a reset button, that'd be kind of cool. Just in case, you know, it doesn't fix itself across characters, or if you just wanted to restart for some reason. But yeah, let me go ahead and get on a really low accuracy character and we can test out this stability thing, because I think that our sniper buffs are going to cross over. Okay, let's say, hypothetically, you were a character with, like, really, really bad accuracy. You zoom in. This is kind of what Weapon Sway looks like with about this many stacks of Anarchy. We enable the mod real quick. Right, so now we should have our 204% stability. That kind of still looks about the same. Honestly, it feels like it gets more accurate whenever you're zoomed in, or like you're actually like firing. Kind of odd. I do also have a hot mama here because, of course, why not? It is the supreme sniper on gauge because for some reason it always hits dead center, even with its 96% accuracy stat, which I feel like it should just say 100. I don't know why it doesn't just say 100, but it's totally 100. But it still does have weapon sway. It's just not nearly as bad. So it's kind of interesting. And yeah, this is really all that there is to the mod. It's just weapon proficiencies from BL1. If you're playing Sal and you're gunzerking, you will get half of the XP you would normally get. This is just to keep people from overleveling too hard. And yeah, if I ever play Classic again, I will look forward to tinkering with this. I hope I don't break it over there too, because there's totally a chance I will break it over there too on accident. And I hope I really don't do that, because it's actually kind of just neat, and I would be curious to see it in an actual playthrough. And I will definitely be doing it in an actual playthrough. So yeah, that's it.